Yeah. 10 years deep, I guess these things really take time. Can't complain, we age grapevine to great wine. Used to packing iron, now the cast iron steak frying in the kitchen. Listen, I said the rep, turn the recipe. Chef hands still it in the Chesapeake. Up about the mezzanine, they blessing me. Hey yo, Shadow, we still gone. Big loaf, got this white boy jumping, that's Matt McClung. Half the rappers out here, packs in the trunk, they better wrap it up. Have the check, I had a check and had to pass it up. Me and DZ on some timeless shit. You better watch these complications, understand me like a spinal disc. I still spin up on these rappers like a vinyl disc. We the finest heirs to this highness shit. I said I dodge all the violence like it's a virus. Smoke leaking out the window so you know just where the fire is. Come on. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Yo, what's poppin' with the world? It's your boy Big Rap. You are tuned in to PDX Radio. We got a special presentation today, part of the 50 States of Dope. We got my guy, Foreshadow, in the building. Man, what's going on with you, fam? How you been?
I've been great, man. Been moving around a lot after the album came out, but I'm doing great today, man.
Yeah. So you're from Montana.
Yes, sir.
You are a Native American Music Award winner for Protect Your People. You put out a project this year called Perfect Timing, produced by Grammy Award winner. Is that Lophiile?
Lophiile. Yes,
Shout out to
Big
Lophiile.
Loaf. Yeah.
Shout out to Lophiile.
Shout out Loaf, man.
Let's see. But, tell the world a little bit about yourself. Give them a little backstory about you.
Yeah. My name is Shadow, artist name Foreshadow. I'm Salish and Blackfeet. That's my two affiliated tribes. I grew up on the Flathead Reservation. Been rapping for I just put another year on it, 16 years now.
Come on.
It's I've been in multiple hip hop groups. I've been producing the whole 16 years to recording, mixing, mastering, engineering, got a certificate from Berkeley School of Music for engineering and production.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, man, that's a too long didn't read version of my history.
I love it.
Yeah, we here today, man. I've been solo artisting now for I'd say since 2020. Since Protect Your People was like my first big solo release.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now let me ask you, when you first started rapping, what got you into actually like penning down verses? You know what I'm saying?
You know what, bro? So I was a big I grew up in a trap house. So my mom's always had people around, and people who listen to rap music. I was like a third grader, second grader.
Yeah.
And one of her friends had left one disc of Tupac All Eyes on Me, and I snatched that, put it in my boombox. I listened to it every day for
classic.
As long as I had that shit, it was playing, and so that's what got me into rap. But the day I penned my first verse, I went and watched Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh yeah,
my homies. When I watched that, bro, went home that night, made our first song. I think I was 15, and I was like, I fell in love with it that moment. So that was I was like, it's the cheesiest story, but man, that shit was inspiring.
Yeah, hell yeah. Now, your name Foreshadow, it's unique and powerful. Tell me, what's the story behind it?
Story behind my name, bro. So I had an English teacher in high school. So I'm from a res, but I went to a school that's like all country boys. It's all white people. And, nothing against white people or anything, but it was like me and my sister and a black family. We're like the only colored people in the whole school.
Yeah.
But I had this English teacher, man. She really believed in my poetry because I wrote poetry since I was a third grader, and always did poems. And she was my English teacher. So I found Foreshadow early on as a literary term for like something in a story that's to come later on. It's a signification for what's to come. And early on I was like, man, if I'm ever going to do that, it's going to be my name. Shout out my English teacher too.
Man.
But yeah, she encouraged me to keep writing, and that's always stuck with me.
Okay. Now, how has growing up in Montana and your native, how do you say it? Is it Salish?
Salish.
Salish Blackfoot
Yep.
heritage shape your music and storytelling. I wanted to make sure I
Man.
said that right, by the way.
Yeah, man. It's always, man. There's tribes in the state that I've pronounced wrong on a big stage. I'm the MC.
Yeah.
You know, I'm up there mispronouncing tribes from my own state. You know, so it's common. But yeah, man, growing up on the res, man, it's real similar to any other impoverished community, man. You know, there's lots of kids without parents and kids growing up with their grandparents, aunts, uncles, lots of drugs, you know, lots of bad things. And you know, one of our biggest things is music and basketball.
Yeah.
And then also, you know, culture. Culture's huge, man. You always tell people if you wanna go back, ground yourself, you know,
Yeah.
start with culture. And so growing up on the res, you know, it seemed real similar to me when I would listen to, you know, someone from the black community rapping about where they come from. I'm like, man, that's like where we come from. We grew up in the projects too, you know. So
Yeah.
like we grew up in government housing, eating government food, you know, like there were so many similarities there that I felt like, you know, for me not to talk about it in that light and would be, you know, it only fit. So they kind of shaped from that aspect, but then from the cultural side, I was like, man, I can add so much of our music into hip hop and kind of make it, you know, like kind of like the background there, you know, bring them home video. You know, there's
Yeah.
lots of cultural pieces in there. There's cultural singing. There's cultural. It's called a buffalo hoof rattle, is the hi hat for that song. You know, like
Yeah.
that type of stuff has shaped it in that way. So
That's dope.
Kind of comes from both sides. Yeah.
That's super dope. Now, your music does blend cultural pride with modern hip hop. What kind of message do you hope that your listeners take away from your songs?
Man, yeah, kind of reflecting on back with what I was just talking about, man. It's like I know lots of kids who grew up without a mom or a dad around, just like I did, who grew up in their grandma's house in their yaya's basement, like I did. And I just want to display that you can do all that and you can have all these downfalls and you can still come out and be whoever the fuck you want to be.
Yeah.
That's my main message, is like, you know, keep grinding, man. Like we all going through it. Let's go through it together. Here's some advice, man. Yeah. That's my main message, bro.
Now, Protect Your People made a huge impact. What inspired you to create the track, and what was it like winning the Native American Music Award for it?
It's kind of a funny story, man. So before I started my solo career, you know, rewind back to 2012, I was in a rap group called Codependence.
Yeah.
Just a youngin', bro. I was 21. We did multiple tours with those boys. Those are my homies from the res. And you know, but then life hits around that 25 area. People start having kids and getting married. You know, life kind of split us up a little bit. So we haven't been Codependence, I think, since 2016. We dropped our last album. And then I linked up with my dude Alaire, and we had a duo from 2016 to 2019 when COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just about to tour as well. We had like a Southwest tour, 30 cities booked. COVID hit, you know, kind of just trumped everything. And so in 2020, I had a lady from our tribal complex. She works for the education department. She reached out and said, hey, could you make a song? Because you're a rapper and this youth, they look up to you. Can you make a song about protecting our elders, because this virus is wiping us out? And that's where all of our knowledge is held at, is within the elders. That's where all the wisdom is held.
Yeah.
We call them knowledge keepers. And so she reached out and was like, you think you could do this? And I was like, of course I can do that. Yeah. You know, like I ain't really done a song with a theme before, unless it was my own theme, you know, like I always created that. But she was like, here's what I'd like you to talk about if you could just deliver this message. And I was like, yeah, no doubt. And she's like, what do you usually charge? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm cool with 500. She's like, how about $2,000? And I'm like, say less.
Sign me
Say
up.
less, man.
Sign me up.
Sign me up 20 more times.
For real.
Yeah. So yeah, no, no shit, man. I went home. I think I was working a day job at the time. Went home the next day after work, wrote that song front to back, produced it. Um, I think it was like a 2 hour thing, man. And then I called up my cousin. He's the one who speaks our language on the intro.
Yeah.
He also plays the flute in the background.
Oh, that's dope.
He's like, "Oh, I'm on my way home right now. I'll grab my flutes. I'll come down to the crib and we'll bang it out."
Cuddy was
Did
like,
that.
I'm pulling up.
Yeah, dropped it a week. I think a week later, bro, and it went viral. Instantly went viral. My first experience being an artist going viral, it was kind of crazy. Went viral on Facebook and Twitter at the time, and it was just cool to like feel that and be felt like I was establishing something as a solo artist. And you know, at the time, my first son was just turning 3, and I just had like a little epiphany of like, man, it's no longer about me and my things. It's about him in that generation and the younger ones, you know. So kind of turn my music in the direction of guidance and resonance where younger artists, just younger kids could look up and be like, "Oh, that's big bro, you know, that's Unc. He's doing his thing."
Yeah.
Like, you know, and they vibe with the music. So that was kind of the pivoting direction in that whole thing. And then yeah, I think it was the next year somebody submitted that song for me actually.
Oh, that's
I
dope.
didn't even submit it to the Nammies. Somebody else put it in there.
That's
And
dope.
yeah, and like the whole thing happened, and bro, I didn't even get an email or nothing. I just knew that somebody had submitted it. So I was like, "Oh, they announced the NAMI winners went through. I was a winner." And I was like, "Oh, that's crazy."
That's
So it was
wild.
like this super anticlimactic moment, but I was so hyped on it. Yeah, I got the award right here actually too. So
Oh, that's fresh.
yeah, yeah. So that was a big moment in my career, man. I got, you know, then eyes start looking at you, and you kind of I guess that's a moment of growth. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Now, we
it
spoke
was
off
beautiful.
camera a little bit about you being a father. You said you're a father of
Yes,
3,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yep.
let me ask you, father to father,
Yeah.
how do you handle uh, being a father and being an artist? Like, what's the balance for you?
Oh man, that's a you know, I don't know if I really got that figured out, but you know, I do my best. I got my mom's, you know, she came around and now I'm giving her paybacks. I'm like, all right, mom, you got to take care of the kids this weekend. I got to go out of town. I got to play a show, you know. It's on you now. So,
Yeah.
my mom helps out a lot. Shout out my mom, my family, my little bro. You know, he watched the kids for me if I gotta come to the studio, track some. You know, that's kind of where I find that balance. And then their mom too. Like we're split up now, but we're still really good friends, and that's super key component to parenting and you know, civil co-parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there's a little balance there because they get to go hang out with their moms too, and so that's kind of where I find that balance, man. And I'm no stranger to bringing my boys to the studio. The
Yeah.
other guys might not be as big of fans as I am, but I like bringing them over here, you know, and just kind of letting them watch me work because I would have loved that as a jit. So I really
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Now, what kind of challenges have you faced as an indigenous artist in hip hop,
Oh,
and how have you overcome them?
yeah, yeah. That's a good question, man. I would say I wouldn't really put the challenges on being indigenous. I would put the challenges on kind of where I grew up on the reservation. There's no resources, man. There's no one else to do it before you. And
Yeah.
so I was interested. I kind of had to like research it, and like there wasn't nobody I could reach out to and be like, yo, what do I need to like make a beat, or what do I need to record, like, you know. And it wasn't real hard to figure out, but it took me a bit. That was kind of the beginning of YouTube, I guess, is when I started
Yeah.
rapping, you know. So it's like we didn't have YouTube University back then.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was but there was out there. It was out there if you searched, you know, there's Reddit and all that. So um yeah, that was probably the biggest challenge is no resources. But and then I found out there's this guy out here, Superman. He's probably one of the most established Native American artists in the U.S.
Yeah.
Shout out Soup, shout out Christian, man. He's dope. He's been a big influence to me, and also been, you know, like every time we link, it's and we're homies. He's a very humble guy. He's done a lot of big things, man. So, um, you know, once I became, I guess, quote unquote, established, I don't think I was established as a native artist until Protect Your People. I was kind of just a rapper, and I was rapping with, you know, just other kids. So it was being established as a native artist. That was another challenge, and I think that happened when Protect Your People kind of popped off. Yeah.
Now, the new album, Perfect Timing.
Yes, sir.
What was it like working with Lophiile? What was that like?
Oh, bro. Yeah. Shout out Loaf, man. That's my guy. He's a incredible person to work with, man. Super humble. I was a part of a grant. I was a grant recipient for a grant called the Billy Conway Artist Fund.
Hmm.
I'd love to shout them out too, man. Shout out Billy Conway. Shout out the fund, man. Like, they are specifically in Montana giving funds to Indigenous artists to succeed, man. And it's a beautiful thing. I was the first recipient of the entire movement, and so they linked me with Lophiile, and um, they're like, "All right, we're gonna bring you out to this studio in the middle of Montana, nowhere, in a barn, and you guys are gonna make some magic, man." And so I pulled up. I had calls with Loaf, but I never met him in person. You know,
Yeah.
it's always weird on a computer screen. You know, you can vibe, but you don't know the vibe till you meet somebody.
Right, right.
And so I pulled up out there, and we linked, and met him. You know, we went out, had some food, some drinks, and then we slept. We went to sleep. We like slept in a cabin. It's like a real Montana thing, man. It's funny. Uh, Slept in a cabin, and then we hit the studio in the morning, bro. And from hit the ground running. You know, like the chemistry in the studio was perfect. Dude could pick up any instrument. I had some beats that I had in the vault. Some of those songs I've had in the vault for 4 years, and so I pulled these beats out. I was like, I own like a license to them, but they're not mine. And
Yeah.
he just remade them in like
Oh,
a
that's
better
crazy.
version. Yeah, and I was like, I can't believe it sounds the same but better. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's like, pick up a guitar, riff some guitar, hop on the keys, play some piano, you know, like everything, man. It was just so cool to work with somebody who's so multifaceted with any instrument. And he's a drummer too. So like his drums bounce, man. Like
Yeah.
he's got that actual drummer in him. So, you know, he's not a finger drummer, but he is. But yeah, you know. Uh so yeah, that whole experience was beautiful, man. And like I said, I had some of those songs in the vault for 4 or 5 years, and that's kind of why the album name came about. It's like perfect timing. There's no other place I would have put these songs except on this album, and
Yeah.
this is the time right now. So that's how that came about too.
Now, what do you think is missing in today's hip hop culture?
Oh man, that's a great question. You know, like I really am a strong believer in history repeating itself, and I feel like it kind of cycles in the hip hop world too.
Yeah.
We're kind of witnessing it right now. Kind of that more, you know, backpack conscious, more like delivering a good message, whether it's positive or whether it's a message of relation to growing up in the streets or whatever. Um, I feel like that's what was missing for a while, but now I feel like it's kind of recirculating back into the culture, and we're getting a little more underground feel again. And you know, because for a while, like the SoundCloud era, kind of had me spun a little bit. You know, I vibe
Yeah.
with it. I love the younger generation, man. I like the sound. I like producing that type of stuff. I like to mess around with all kinds of stuff, but it just wasn't my cup of tea, you know. And I kind of came up in the Tupac era, Eminem, 50 Cent, you know, like I feel, and that stuff is all still so relevant because like every time I'm a DJ too. So when I go
Yeah.
DJ, all these young cats, they want 2000s club bangers. That's like what
Yeah.
they're playing at the prom, you know. So
Yeah.
like I feel like that's kind of a golden era outside the real golden era of hip hop, and it's just cool to kind of see that cycling back around, and you kind of getting these Timberland sounding beats, or they're sampling old songs and
Yeah.
like revamping them, and I'm like, that's fire. So I really feel like it's kind of coming around, man. I don't know if there's ever much missing from the hip hop culture, but because it's out there if you can find it, man. It's out
Hell
there
yeah.
to look. Yeah.
Now, these are this next question is a 2-part question. These are questions I ask pretty much every artist
Yes, sir.
that come onto this platform. So this 2-part question goes like this: if you could give any kind of advice to 16-year-old you, 15, 16-year-old you when you first start rapping, what kind of advice would you give yourself?
Oh man, my biggest thing is work hard, stay disciplined, stay dedicated, stay focused. And if I could go back and tell myself that, um I probably wouldn't have listened, but I'll go back and tell myself like be better, work harder, stay disciplined, and stay dedicated to the craft, because that's what's gotten me to where I'm at right now. And hard work pays off, man. That's my favorite thing to tell these younger cats. You want it so bad, then go get it, man.
Come on. Now,
You want it, go get it.
if you could rock with anybody, you do a song with anybody, dead or alive.
Oh my gosh.
Dead or alive. And it could be more than one. You don't have to be just one. So who would you do a song with?
Yeah, I would say my top two. I would love to hop on a track with Cole and Mac Miller, bro. That's some of my biggest influences, man.
Come on.
Yeah, Mac's one of my biggest influences, bro. I grew up when I really started rapping. Mac Miller was just popping off, and he just spoke to me, bro. We were like he was a little younger than me, but we're living the same lifestyle, and
Yeah.
he spoke to me, and then J. Cole, obviously, bro, like goated, Kendrick's up there too. Oh, there's too many, man. As of lately, though, my boys got me listening to Juice World, bro, and I'm like, man, I love a Juice World feature too.
Yeah.
Shout out that younger generation.
Yeah, Juice World was dope. My son,
Yeah.
my oldest boy was in the Juice World.
Yeah.
And I just at first I didn't get it. I didn't get it. But then I started listening to some of the lyrics that he was saying and some of the things he was saying. I was like, oh yeah, bro was kind of mature with some of the stuff he was saying. And
Yeah,
he was actually like a hip hopper too. Like he got a song with Corday
that song is fire.
That song they did the
face.
Lyrical Lemonade video too, man. That was crazy. I was like, I never heard Juice World rap like that before. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't realize he
could
had bars.
do it all. He just liked to do what he liked to do, so that's what he did.
That's dope.
Bro was talented.
Now we got your song Perfect Timing. That's what it's called, right? Perfect Timing. Tell us a little bit about the song real quick before we play it.
Yeah, man. So I got my boy Hemingway on that track. And this is another part of that whole perfect timing thing. So me and my boy Hemi, he's a Vermont cat, but he came out here snowboarding after he graduated high school. We're the same age, so this was years ago. And he ended up missing every single flight, rebooked flights to go back home, and then he just ended up staying in Montana for 15 years. 12 years. And so like we linked up early on in our careers. We toured together. Me and him always been tight, and we worked on stuff. There's vaulted stuff we have. Never dropped a song together though. And he ended up happening to be out here in Montana when I was at the studio. So he pulled up and was there for every single session. And I'm making all these songs about, I'm delivering these messages that I want to deliver. But I'm like, hey, bro, we gotta get a banger on here, at least one. And so Loaf pulled up first sample he played. He's like, I did this one a while back. I'm like, that's it, bro. Threw some drums on it, man. We went crazy on that song. That's one of my favorite songs. So Hemingway has that first verse. I got the second verse. And some of the bars in there are just like some of my favorite bars from both of us. And that's everybody's, like, all my boys' favorite songs, like they all love that track. But it's really that experience is how we coined perfect timing. And Loaf was like, that track Young Ma's on, Young M.A.? He's like where she says fuck her during tax season, perfect timing. He's like,
Yeah.
let's take that sample and I'll scratch that on the hook. And I'm like, easy. It just fell in place, man. So that's how it came about. And yeah, it's one of my favorite songs off the joint too.
Well, shit, let's get into this thing right now.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is perfect
Yeah,
timing. Foreshadow.
Shout out Hemingway.
Let's
Shout
go.
out Lophiile.
Yeah.
Playing through your speakers, it's the streets, DJ rapping on the beat.
The great wine. Used to packing iron, now the cast iron steak frying in the kitchen. Listen, I said the rap, turn the recipe. Chef hands still it in the Chesapeake. Cup up at the mezzanine, they blessing me. Hey, yo, Shadow, we still gone. Big loaf, got this white boy jumping. That's Matt McClung. Half the rappers out here, packs in the trunk. They better wrap it up. After check, I had a check and had to pass it up. Me and DZ on some timeless shit. You better watch these complications. Understand me like a spinal disc. I still spin up on these rappers like a vinyl disc. We the finest heirs to this highness shit. I said I dodge all the violence like it's a virus. Smoke leaking out the window, so you know just where the fire is. Come on.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Pass me the rock, playmaker, bag chaser, mentality mama. I'm 8 from the Lakers. Bills stacking me wild, they still jacking. They calling me the coach, the way that I feel Jackson's. That means I've been touching the money. My culture and pride, some things you never take from me. I feel guilty to be this blessed. Thinking back to the days, it's a product of stress. Then I remember what I tell everyone else. Hard work pays off, you have to invest in yourself. Hemi and I used to bond over white lines, make songs in the nighttime, calculating right rhymes. Shit done came around, I admire it. The only thing that changed up, the environment. Lophiile, bro, fire shit, we cooking gas. Always forward, never straight, never looking back.
Perfect timing. Perfect
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
Yo, that was dope, fam. That was definitely dope.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I love that track, man.
Hey, you got anybody you want to shout out, fam?
Yeah, man. I'll shout out some of my family, man. I'll shout out my grandma, rest in peace. Shout out my sister Turquoise down in Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out my videographer, Coulter Olmstead. Shout out my boy Hemingway. Shout out my boy Alaire. Shout out Lophiile. Shout out the Billy Conway Artist Fund, man. Out here making dreams come true, brother.
Yeah. Tell the people where they can find you at, family.
Yeah, man, you can find me everywhere, bro. I got a website, Foreshadow406.com. It's got all my merch on there. You can pick up CDs on there if that's your thing. Follow me on any social platform at Foreshadow406. That's my tag on everything. Yeah, bro, I'm on Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, the whole jump, everything.
Man, Foreshadow, man. I appreciate you pulling up on me, man. I appreciate you doing this interview, fam. Like, straight up. Man, I'm your boy, Big Rap. That's my guy, Foreshadow. And we out this motherfucker, you bitch. Let's get it. Yo.
10 years deep, I guess these things really take time. Can't complain, we age grapevine to great wine. Used to packing iron, now the cast iron steak frying in the kitchen. Listen.